Hi folks, do you remember that scene in Jurassic Park where Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character, says something like, "Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should." And now we all know it's wrong in the film, but in the real world I see this just as often when we build test automation frameworks. We always go for complexity. We want to build a framework that tests everything. We write these super flexible page objects. We write custom logic to handle our special UI. We have wait conditions. We have funky test logic all over the place. And then we want to add reporting. We want to add mobiles. We want to add REST APIs. You know the story. It's all great. But often we get so caught up in writing all this really cool automation code that we forget why we want to automate in the first place. We want to automate all the things, but we forget to ask why we want to test them. We forget to ask, what is the real benefit for our customers? How will it help our team? How will it advance our project? Because automation done by itself, after the code is delivered, when you think about it, doesn't actually add that much value for a development process. It might save time on regression, sure, but it doesn't save time getting the code out the door. It doesn't save time for the developers. It doesn't help them find defects when it really matters, which is when they're designing and coding. And as a tester, in fact, the most valuable test you can do, the activity that will have the biggest impact on your project is not testing after the fact, it's testing the requirements before any code gets written. Sure, you do need to test afterwards, I mean that's a given, but imagine how much time you could save if instead of finding bugs, you could actually help developers avoid finding them in the first place. And that's why by far the most valuable automation effort you can do in an agile project is not to automate test cases. It's to automate your specifications. I'll repeat that because it's really, really important. The only automation really worth its salt in an agile project is not when you automate manual test cases. It's when you automate your specifications, because that is a real game changer. Anyway, so I wanted to do this really short video on this just to talk about this topic a little bit, but there's a lot more I could say. And if you are curious, there's a link at the bottom of the video where you can download an Agile Test Automation Playbook where I talk about this stuff in a lot more detail. So go check out the link, check out the playbook, and let me know what you think. Okay, that's all for now.